All right. So yeah. So last yesterday we have discussed about the Linux basics. So today we're gonna start, about installing an Linux operating system and using it with some basic commands. How to use it like this. So as I told you yesterday, right? So we don't install Linux operating system anymore. Why? Because we have everybody in. I think every company uses cloud nowadays. So they have pre-configured Linux OS in every cloud. So all you have to do is select which version you want, which distribution you want, and which version you want out of that. So yesterday we have discussed that distributions means Fedora. There are multiple types of distributions in Linux: Fedora, Debian, SUSE, Kali. So there are so many things. So and they have their own communities. So now we'll create our own machine, Linux machine, and we log into that and we use it. So please follow the same steps. I mean, it's not difficult, so it's easy to create. So why? Because I mean, why we can't install the OS? Why we are using some cloud, something like that is it's easy. It hardly takes 5 minutes. That's it to create a Linux machine in cloud, but it takes around 3 to 4 hours to install the OS. That's why no one uses that anymore. So I hope everyone open this page. If not, just in the search bar click on EC2. Just click on EC2. You will see this page, EC2 dashboard, like this. Yeah. So everyone can able to open this page. Forget about what is
Yes.
this EC2, what is all these things. We'll come to that later, very later. Once Linux class is done, we'll come to AWS. But for now, we're just creating a Linux machine. That's it. Don't worry about all these things. What are these many options are there now? We'll discuss later. Okay. Now, once you can see this, you can see some instances running. Zero. Click on that. You will see like this. Got it? Now, let's say here there are no instances. Instances are nothing but servers, nothing but machines. So we don't have any machine in my account. Hopefully, it will be same for you also. So now we'll create a Linux machine now. So click on launch instance, either here or here, anything. You'll see this page. Okay. Everyone can able to see this page, right?
Yeah.
So give some name, something, anything. It doesn't matter really. Once you give a name, scroll down, you will see something called application OS images, Amazon machine image. So here, click on that. Choose Ubuntu. There are so many things. Ubuntu, where is it? So you simply search. Not there. Okay, free tier. Okay, choose which are free tier eligible. So maybe just choose this Amazon Linux 2 2023 MI. What is this free tier eligibility means? When we create a AWS account for the first time, they'll give free first on 750 hours to run this machine. See this. In the first year includes 750 hours of T2 micro or something region, which is free. I'll tell you what are those. So free tier eligible means they're free for some certain hours so that they won't give you any bill for that. Anyway, you don't pay it, but just saying. So choose the Amazon Linux 2023. and scroll it. Instance type also same, leave everything as it is. Now in the key pair, there is something called key pair. Click on create new key pair. Give some name, demo key pair. Got it? I think all of you are using Windows machines. Okay. Once you give some name, choose the PIM. It's already selected PIM. Simply create key pair. It will create and it will ask you to download. Save it somewhere. This is only one time. Once you delete this key, lost. You don't get it back. So it will ask only one time to create. Okay. Got it right? So first step is giving a name. Second, that's it. Everything is same as it is. Leave the defaults. Second is only create a key pair if it is not there. Since you are created very new account, so there won't be any key pairs. Simply create a key pair, give some name. That's it. Create key pair. Click on create key pair. So it will ask you to download it. That's it. Remaining everything leave as it is. Don't do anything. Okay. Now just click on launch instance. Let's see it will create or not. So successfully launching something it is. Now scroll again, click on instances. You will see n server. See it's running right with your name which you give. So it's still pending instance state. Let it come to available. So everyone did that this sorry everyone. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Okay.
So everyone did it right. Okay, everyone can see the running status
Yes.
or any issues for anyone. Others?
No.
No issues.
No issues, sir.
Yeah, tell me someone about to say something. No, right? I'm moving on. That's it. Okay, now it will take some time. It will come running. So now we created a Linux machine. That's it. What distribution it is, what version it is, we'll see slowly. But as of now, we created a Linux machine. Okay. Now how to log into it? That we'll see. First, in your laptop, check whether there is something called Git Bash. Okay, it is not there in my laptop. Check whether you have in your laptops or not. If not there, simply open Google, Git download. Simple. Git just do Git download. First link will come. Download for Windows. Click here to download. It will download. That's it. And I have to install this. Let's see. So if you don't have Git Bash, download like this. Simply go to Google, just Git download and click on Windows button. I mean the option it will show. That's it. Once you install, open that. Okay, it's not open. Let's go to downloads. Oh yeah, it open. So it will install. I don't no need to select any option. Just click on next. That's it. Not really do anything in this. That's it. It's installed. Okay. So for everyone, is it installed? Yes or no? Say something.
Yes, yes.
Yes, bro.
Okay. Now my server is ready, right? I think your server also will be ready, running state. And Git Bash, the tool is already ready. Why Git Bash is we are using the tool to log into server because that's a Linux machine, right? Directly we can't log in from Windows. We'll try that also. There is some other tool called Putty, Super Putty, M Putty. These are all tools to log into Linux server. So since we started with this, let's see. Git Bash. So just simply type, you will see Git Bash. Open that. Yes, open it. Or simply just close it. You have downloaded your key, right? Somewhere. Yeah, here it is. My key is demo key pair. Here it is. So what you do is come here and right click. Where is Git Bash? Show more options. Open Git Bash here. So wherever you downloaded the key, go to that folder, right click and open Git Bash like this. Hmm? Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Okay. Why I told you to open it in the here is because we need to use this key to log in to server. That's why. That's why I told you to open Git Bash in the same folder where the key exists. Now this is my server. You can see some option here on the top. Connect. Click on that simply. Okay. Once you click on that, it'll come like this. Click on SSH client. So they gave 4 steps here how to connect to our server and a command, direct command also. So first open SSH client. So we already opened Git Bash, that's fine. Locate your private key, the key used to launch this instance demo key pair. So we have the key already. Now third one is run this command if necessary to ensure key is not publicly viewable. Just copy this command, paste it. I'll tell you what it is later. And connect to your instance using its public DNS. We have this command, example command here. Copy it simply, paste. Yes, paste. It's asking yes or no. Just type yes. That's it. See, I'm in my Linux server. So, yeah, everyone logged in.
Yes, yes.
Others, except Pradeep, others
Yes.
logged in.
Yes, yes,
Deva, Lokesh, Mohan Babu,
Yes, yes, sir.
yes, yes,
Yeah, yes, yes.
in Varun. Hmm? Naveen,
Bro,
can you able to log in?
yes, bro.
Varun? Hello?
Yes, sir. We'll try.
Okay. So this, let me open the Git Bash. I'll increase the font just a minute. So can you see the screen now? So yeah,
Yeah.
this is what you will also see when you log in. Same thing you will see, I guess, except this key, something like that. Are you sure from everything here? Mostly you'll see same. Got it? So now we have already logged into Linux server. It's ready. We have decided. Now let's see what's inside the Linux server. What's inside? What's all these? What is this black screen? That's how everything will be. This is something called terminal. So where we do our tasks. And once we logged in, the command what we used, that is a separate topic. I'll explain later. There's something called SSH. But we'll start with basic. Once we log in, we are seeing something like this, right, on the left side. What is this? I don't understand, right? This is EC2 hyphen user. These are two things actually. So that's divided by at the rate symbol. So the first thing is EC2 hyphen user means the user in the Linux server. That's how we logged in. If you observe, this is the command, right? I used to log in EC2 hyphen user. As this EC2 hyphen user, I logged in. This is the default user which will be present. Okay. So this is what the default user. And what is this at the rate? Is there okay? Is it to at the rate? What is this IP something means? This is the host name of the server of this machine. Let's say in Windows, just click on, if you see here, the username is, see this one, Tress Agile. What is the host name of this? I don't know. I had to check once. What is the laptop name? There will be some name to laptop definitely. So without that, we can't use. I don't know. I don't see it. But in Linux, you will see the host name like this directly. This is the host name. This is the username. It means that as this user in this host name, you are logged in. Simple as that. Now let's say how to find the host name. I mean, why, what exactly, like, how do you know that it's host name means? There is a command. Just simply type host name. Enter. Can you see it same? See, IP hyphen 172 hyphen 31 hyphen 3 dot, 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 something. See, it's the same. But you will see, so it's a bigger thing. But why it is showing only small is it will show only the starting part. It can't show the big one. That's why. So got it right. So this is the user and this is the host name. How do you know why this user means? Just simply type who am I. You are EC2 user. Who am I means you know who am I. So if you click the command EC2 hyphen user, that's the thing. So the left side is nothing but a user at the host name. So these are the commands. Just simply type host name and simply type who am I. So it will show you who are you. I mean, as which user you logged in. If you don't know, let's say sometimes what happens is it won't show the username because of the version issues, because of some compatibility issues. It won't show host name. It won't show the username also. The time you have to figure out, right? So that's why these commands. So now let's start our Linux things. See in Windows, let's say. So let's try to compare and learn so that it will be easy to learn. So in Windows, let's say you have a Windows machine, right? How do you go to your folder and how do you open a file? There will be something, correct? So how do you open a file? So you simply go to C drive or D drive and you just double click on it and the file will open, correct? Am I correct?
Yes.
So now How to do the same thing in Linux? Let's see in Windows. This in downloads, I want to open a file. I'll create a file like this, new text file, test dot something, and I'll double click, it will open, and I'll write hi, hello, blah blah something. Now if I want to open, double click simply on it, or close it, simply right click, open. This is also there, but in Linux, how to do that? So the very first command, the very basic command we generally see is ls. Ls means list. So there are so many commands for ls. We will start with that. ls means list. What it will list? List of files and directories which are present here. You can type all. I mean, don't just listen, just type it when I'm typing. Okay. So there are so many ls commands. ll, nothing. Now I'll create a file. Just simply, there is something called touch test file. So the file is created. Now type ls. See, the file is showing. Got it right? So first I type ls to list the files or directories whatever present, but nothing is present because there is nothing, no files, no folders. Folders, we don't call it folders, we call it directories. Remember that. And here touch is just to create a text file, a blank empty file. Touch is just to create an empty file. So I created a file and I click ls, so the file is present because I just created it. Now type ll. So yeah. So if I type ll, see, it is showing a little more description of it. What are all these? We'll see slowly. But just remember the test file and the date that we created. So July 17 today. And what is this time? Time is Linux follows UTC timings, not our Indian standard timings. So that's why the timing is like this. So ls will show file names and directory list. LL will show little detailed description of those. What is the description that we'll see. And now let's say I want to create multiple files. I want to create one more file. Just simply touch test file 1. Type lsc, you'll see test file 1. I think you already know all these. So now I want to create multiple files. Test file 2, test file 3. Like this, you can give write any number of things. Test file 5 something, test file 6, test something. It doesn't matter what it is. So it will create everything. Type lsc. You got it right. And ll, same way, it will show all these things in a little detailed manner. That's one thing. So that's how we use ls commands. Ls commands are nothing but, like, you might have think, oh, this only command is there in ls, there are no other commands. No, there are hundreds of commands in ls. So hope you already know that. So I'm just giving you like a very basic. So let's say you want to see some hidden files. What does it mean, hidden files? I don't. In Windows also you will see something like, if there is a dot in front of the file, it means it's hidden, you can't see the file, right? So in Windows, what happens, we have this option, view, sorry, not this, there will be some option to show, yeah, hidden items. Click on this, all hidden items will be displayed. But in Linux there is no UI, right? But so all are commands. So simply type ls minus a. A means all, including hidden items. If you see, we typed ls, only the files which we created is shown. But if you observe now, there are so many hidden files. Dot bash logout, dot bash profile, bash rc. What are all those that we'll see later. But for now, we're just seeing the ls commands. Okay. Now, is there any other command in ls? Yes, so there are so many. Now let's try this ls minus m. What does it mean? It will show all the files and directories in a comma separated values like this. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but yes, it is there. Now type this ls minus q. See, it will give you double quotes. Now there is something called ls minus lh. What it is doing? It will display the size in human readable format. As of now, there is no size here that we will write later, but it's 0 bytes. It will display like that. Now ls minus I, there is something called inodes. Come on, it's stuck. Yeah, ls minus I will give the inode number. So in Linux, what happens is each and every file, each and every directory will have a unique number for that. Actually, if you observe, numbers are there, but all are different. There won't be any single number. These are inode numbers. This inode number will have contents of the file, information of the file, not contents, information of the file. Sorry. So that's it. Now ls minus r, sorry, ls minus r, ls minus capital R. I'll tell you what are these. So small r, capital R is that reverse order, ascending order like this. You observe, it will show from last to first, first to last. So like that. So in reverse based on the names. Now try this lsf1lt. It will show files according to the creation time from latest to old. That's why I see 333333331 like this. So you got it right. And now I have typed so many commands, right? How to, I don't, you don't remember obviously, so we can't remember these many. Simply type history. You'll see all the commands whatever you have tried. You got it? Hmm.
Yes.
So this is how. So you can store this command somewhere. It's up to you. I mean, so all these are like commands which we can able to use. So now what we'll see, we have seen the commands, I mean ls something like that. We'll go to, so now we just create a files also. If you remember touch, we just created it, but there is no data. How to add the data? How to add the data in a file, and how to put some our own content in a file. Got it right? So that we'll see. So how to do that? Anyone know already this one?
Cat or VA editor.
Yeah, so we can use any of those. So let's see. There is something called cat command. Cat. Simply just type cat. It'll open something. It won't work like that. Simply cat. So cat is for what? I mean, to create files with content. So what happens is like you did touch 1 2 3 for something. This is the file name. See, it won't ask you to add any data. Cat means concatenate command used to create a file, display and modify the contents of the file. Got it right? So cat, cat, that's it. So let's see how to create files and add the data using cat. So there is a document, I'll share that. Okay, don't worry, but practice it, try it. Cat, because tomorrow I'll ask those questions. That's all. So now I want to create a file. Cat greater than symbol. What I want to create, press. This is the file name. It will show you something like this. Nothing. It's not showing anything. So now type here. Hi, hello. This is just for test. Enter. And this is second line. Now simply do Control D. Sorry. Got it? Now type ls. Is there a file called Trace Agile? Yes, there is. Open that file. See? Hi, hello. This is just for test. This is second line, whatever we have written. You got it right? So like that
Yes.
we can create a file and add the content also. Cat, very basic command these are, so don't worry. And now I created a file with greater than symbol. Now I'm using just cat and the file name means to just display the contents of the file. Cat greater than, create a file and add the data. Cat just file name, it will just create a, sorry, it will just display the files. So now this Trace Agile file I have already created and there are 2 lines. I want to add one more line. How to do it? Now at the time what we do, clad double greater than symbol, sorry, Trace Agile. It will ask you, this is third line, this is fourth line. Now I added the data. Let's see, cat Trace Agile. See, this is third line, this is fourth line. I mean, I've added this, right? See, cat greater than, create a new file, add the data. Double greater than, append the data to existing file. Means I have a file already with some data. I want to add some data at the end of the file again. So at the time, double greater than. Simply just cat space file name will display the data. It won't do anything. Got it right? So is it okay?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes,
Others?
yes. Yes, yes.
Okay. So next. So as of now, we created files. We added some data to files with cat and with touch. We've seen the files with ls, these commands. Now let's see how to create a folder. In Linux, we usually call it directory, nothing but a folder, a directory. Just don't worry, both are same. So directory, how to create? There is a command called mkdir, and the directory name. Directory name is demo folder. So mkdir, if you do something, it will create a directory. If you do same thing, demo folder, touch will create a file. Let's see. So demo folder. If you observe, it is little blue color, remaining all are white. You can observe, right? Why? Because directories, to differentiate what's a file, what's a directory, by default, when it's created, a directory will be in the blue color. That's how you can identify, okay, this is the directory, this is the file, like this. Got it right?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
But at the same time, when you executed command touch demo folder, it doesn't create the file because the name is already exists.
Here, that's what. So you are, let's say, in Windows also, you have a folder or a file with folder with some name, and you're trying to create a file with the same name. It doesn't allow you to create because it's already there. In Linux, in touch, it won't throw any error, but it won't just show you. Okay.
Yeah.
So This is creating a directory. Sorry, creating a files, creating directory, add some content. Now we have something. Deleting also we should see, right? We have deleting. Let's see. I want to delete this test file. What is the command? Is rm. Rm means remove test file. It's gone. See, there is no test file. It's already deleted. See, now I want to delete this test something. Rm deleted. Let's try. Sorry, let's test this one. Deleted. Gone. See. Now let's delete a folder. Rm demo folder. See, it cannot delete a directory. It can delete files with rm, but it cannot delete a directory. What to do for this? Rm dir demo folder. So it's deleted. I think you all know these commands. Rm dir to remove a folder. Rm just to remove a file. Now let's create a directory again. Demo 1 cd demo 1. That's on. You know this, right? I mean, I'm just not doing anything. Just creating files within all these names. That's it. Now let's try this. See, failed to remove. Directory is not empty. If you observe here, we just did rmdir demo folder, it's deleted. But it's not here because there is a data inside demo 1 folder because we just created some files in that. What is this cd? We'll see that later. No problem. Touch blah 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 something. We created some files. So it's not empty, right? So that's why it's not allowing. In the demo 1 folder or in the directory, there is some data. You cannot delete it. Let's try like this. Rm demo 1. No, it won't accept. So that's why we have something called rm minus rf. Rf means recursive forcefully. You got it what I'm saying, right? Recursive forcefully. It means delete them forcefully even it has a data. Now let's try this. Rm demo 1. It won't even ask. See? Got it? That's all. You can delete files also with the same command. See? That's it. This is very dangerous command. Make sure you don't delete wrong files. I've deleted so many wrong files in my office timings also, but that's very dangerous. So make sure before deleting, creating is fine, but before deleting, make sure everything is in place. Make sure that you're deleting the correct file. So rm-rf. So got it. So until now you got it right. Like we have discussed ls, touch, cat, mkdir. Sorry, mkdir to create rm, rmdir also, rm minus rf. I mean all are same, but yeah. Now we have time, right? Yeah, we have still 10 minutes. Now, see, you're creating all these files. You might have got a doubt, right? Where it's creating, which folder, inside this, which folder it is creating these files and all. You got a doubt that we are creating so many test files, but in which folder it is creating? Where are we? Let's say if you go to Windows, you simply open this. Okay, you're in downloads. Now you're in documents. You're in pictures, music, some blah blah, whatever it is, right? Desktop. But where are you in this Linux server? Got it right? So how to find where are you in the Linux server is there is a command. It got stuck or no. Where are you means pwd present working directory. Just type all it. I think you'll everyone see the same thing. /home /etc EC2 user. It means that you are in this folder. There is a folder called /home. Inside that there is a folder called EC2 hyphen user. Inside that you are there. Got it? So everyone can able to see, right?
Yes.
So what is this? I don't understand. How many folders are there like this? Let's see that for today. We'll close with that. So Linux have a file system hierarchy, just like Windows local disk C, local disk D, local disk. These are disks, right? Inside that you will see lots of folders. If you go to local disk C, these are all, you don't create any of them. These are all created by Windows, right? You just use it. You don't even delete them. You can't actually. So these are all created by Windows. It means they are maintained by Windows. What do we call it? We call it hierarchy, file system hierarchy. So there are a couple of folders in Linux also like that, where each folder belongs to specific use case. I think you might know this already. Tree, let's say tree. Oh, tree not found. Okay, let me install. We'll see this later. Let me just install this command. Forget what is this yum. I'll explain once the class comes. Oh, okay, let me just share, try once again. So now let me try again. No, still same. I don't want to confuse you. Let me just try. The command. Let me remember. Yeah, let's see like this. Why to confuse with tree? Let's see. So before explaining what are all these, let me tell you one thing. Everything is a file in Linux. Got it right? Everything is a file. It means it does not, in Windows you will see when you create a text file it will end with .txt. Usually it means text file. But in Linux there is no such extensions. We call them extensions usually. There are no such extensions in Linux. Everything is a file. If it is not a directory, if it is a white text, it's a file. Whether it have .txt, .abc, .xyz, it doesn't matter. Everything is a file. So I just want to tell you that. Now, what is this slash? Let's hit pwd again. See, these are all the folders in Linux what we have. So inside that we'll work on it. Some we don't touch it, some will touch it. So let's, instead of here, let me just try here. Linux hierarchical file system. It will be clear for you. Open any image. Which image is easier? Let's go for here. Java point. Same thing, same whatever we're seeing. No, let's go for this. So yeah, let's take this example. You can see this image, right? Let me open in a new tab. Yeah, can you see the photo now?
Yes.
So these are all the folders we are seeing in here, whatever I'm sharing here. See, so first thing is root directory slash. Slash is not a symbol here, it's a folder name, it's a directory name actually. So there is a file folder called slash, the root folder, that is, because before that there is nothing. So inside slash only everything is present. Everything is present inside the slash only in Linux. So starting with slash bin, let's see here what is there. Slash bin. So what will be there in slash bin? You can, let's not go there. Yeah, what will be there in slash bin is binaries, bin files we call it usually. So it means whatever required to execute any commands, command binaries. See, we executed a command called ls, right? Where it is stored, I mean, how it got executed? Because the binary which is required to run the ls command is present in the bin folder. That's how it is. All the binary files present in the bin. And what is, there is something called slash boot. Slash boot is nothing but all the files which related to bootloader. I haven't told you that yet, I should have told earlier. So when you turn on your Linux laptop, there it will load something, it will open. What it will do exactly internally, that will be taken care by slash boot. All the files related to that will be present in slash boot. There is something called slash dev. In slash dev there won't be nothing, device files. It means if you have you have any disks, if you, let's say you inserted a pen drive or inserted a CD, or you mounted some hard disk to your Linux server, at the time it will be present here. Slash etc. etc is where every configuration files will be present. It means that all the configuration files, whatever you install something, you create something, every configuration file will be present in slash etc. Home. Slash home is all the user home directories will be present here. If you observe just before, so we were, as a EC2 user, right, we were creating files. If you observe here ls something, and I clicked pwd, but we have seen home EC2 user. It means for every user in Linux, it can be EC2 user, it can be some demo user, there will be a folder with their username. Let's say if the username is Ishwar, there will be a folder called Ishwar. It means that is their home. So whatever user creates by default will go to that folder. But where it is inside slash home folder, inside slash home directory. Got it right? So if you go to slash home, what are there? Only one user is there. So that's why only one folder. I'll create one more user. I'll tell you the commands later. Oh, sorry. I should. One minute. Sorry. So I'm just creating one more user. See, there will be one more folder. So the user Ishwar is the username. That is the folder. So whenever we create a user, this Linux will create a folder with the same name as user inside slash home. Got it right? So at that slash home, by default user, whenever user logins to the Linux server, it will go to that default folder only. And whatever you create, it will be there in that folder by default. Like that, slash home is present. Now slash lib, if any kind of shared libraries like or let's say wherever you install some software and those libraries are there, for that to run, all those will be present here, or you can store here also, no problem. Slash media also will be used for like any removable media they are saying, right? It means any pen drives or any CDs you can, if you keep, so it will be storing there. Slash mnt, it's a mounted file system. You won't understand what it is now, but when you have a hard disk or something, you can attach to this path. And there is something called slash opt. It's an empty folder. There won't be anything. If you want to store anything, you can store anything in that. It's like an extra folder. We got a free an empty folder. If any softwares you want to install in some third party softwares, or you want to download some files, you can keep anything over there. It doesn't matter. And there is something called sbin system binaries. It means whatever the server uses, server commands will be there. Those binaries, bin files will be present in sbin. And there is something called srv. Srv is nothing but like, if you are, let's say, let's go to srv. I'll show. There is nothing. It's empty thing. If unless until there is any service for the system is fetching some data, we don't do anything. So Linux server only stores the data over there. It will only delete the data over there. Same with temp files. In Windows we see, right, we do control R, we do temp. This is a folder. It will create some unnecessary files whenever we open something. You know it. We clear it. Similar way, here also Linux also /tmp. That folder will be created automatically, deleted. We don't do anything for that. Linux automatically clears them. /user. If any user level applications are there, like let's say you install Java, Linux does not maintain that because it's third party application. You have to keep it somewhere, or user has to maintain it. User has to take care of it. So at that time, user will be used by default, or in third party also it will be used. Next, finally, /proc. /proc is like a process information. Like when you open, let's say in Linux, I opened some Chrome. I mean, it won't open, but imagine it. I opened a Chrome browser. Usually, what happens when you open something, a process will be created in the backend. That process information where it will be stored in /proc. Let's go to /proc. So these are all process. These are it opened. They will clear automatically, so we don't touch anything here. So if you observe, until now, while explaining, I'm just saying /bin, /boot, /dev, /home, /opt, /srv, something. I'm telling slash every time. I'm not just telling bin, boot, or dev, or etc something, because that's how we have to tell them. That's how their paths are. /bin is the correct way to say it, not just bin. Let's say you are in some folder, you don't know where you are. Let's say where you are in home EC2 user. If you simply type /bin, you won't go. You have to give /bin. See, then only you will go there. See, slash is the root directory, I told you, right? So you have to give slash every time if you want to go to any of these folders. Let's say I want to go my home EC2, cd/home EC2 user. So that then only. So I went it like that. So slash is mandatory when you're seeing it. So that's the correct format. Okay. So mostly here we generally regularly use etc, home, opt. There will be something called /root, which is missing here. There is see, here we are using EC2 user, right? It's a normal user. There is something called root. The username is root. See, root. In root, he is an admin. This root is admin. He can do anything in the Linux server. Everything he can able to do. There is nothing he cannot do in the Linux server because he is the owner of it. He is the admin of it. He can delete anything. So for root also, there will be a folder called /root. This is his home directory. See, earlier what I told you is this one, sorry. Whatever the user we create, it will have a home directory. It will have a folder in /home, right? /home /ishwar, something like that. Except for root. Root is not a normal guy. So root, he will like he is a super user. I mean, he's admin. So for him, slash root. Got it right? So this is the Linux file system hierarchy. So I'll send a document, go through it. Okay. And I just told ls commands 1, 2, 3. That's it. If you tell there are around 30, 40, 50 commands. So we can't cover everything, right? So you have to practice that by yourself. So ls commands, mkdir, cd will see tomorrow. But everything, remaining everything, you have to practice. Whatever the command, except cd, whatever these commands. So you have to practice it. Because tomorrow I'll ask someone randomly. So you have to say it. Otherwise it will be difficult. Okay. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So tomorrow same time we'll see. Okay. But
Sure.
and one last thing I forgot to tell you. Once you're done practicing, let's say you have to practice. Once you're done practicing, stop your EC2 instance, because if you keep on running it, it's free for 750 hours, maybe 1 year, I guess. After that, it will be gone. In order to reduce that, you simply stop it. Just go to this page, instance state, stop instance, stop. It will stop. It will take maybe around 1-2 minutes. It will stop. If you want to use, click on start again, start instance. That's it. So make sure that okay. Got it right?
Yeah.
So that's it. I'll send a document in the group, in Telegram group. So you can download it.
But yeah, bro, could
And
you please add me into the Telegram group?
yeah, ping me first in WhatsApp.
Okay.
Sorry. So ping me and I'll add you.
Sure.
Okay. Got it right, everyone? Others?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
We'll meet tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Bye.